Good morning. Good morning, all of you. Am I audible? Do you hear me?
Yes, ma'am. Audible.
Thank you. Hi, Vikasini, Shweta Jagadishwaran, Vishali, Yuvan Muthukumar.
Good morning.
Good morning. Could you introduce yourself quickly? Could hear you, please. Yes. So can start off. What do you do, Shweta? Shweta Jagadishwaran, what do you do, ma?
Ma'am, I'm pursuing my BTech IT first year, ma'am.
BTech IT first year. Oh, okay. And where is it?
At Dr. NGP Institute of Technology, Coimbatore.
That's very nice. Okay, Coimbatore. Dr. NGP Institute of Technology, is it?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, okay. All right. Very nice. And this is your second year,
Yes, ma'am.
BTech. Okay, thank you. Welcome you to this. Devi Priya, I think you've participated before, is it? Devi Priya and Danush?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, ma. Very good. And Danush also. If not, you can please introduce yourself. I think Rohini also has participated earlier. Nice to have you here again. Vikasini, what do you do? Vishali and Vikasini, would you please introduce yourself? Vikasini, waiting to hear from you.
Ma'am, Vishali,
Vishali,
BTech
tell me,
AIS first year, ma'am.
where are you doing, ma?
Ishwari Engineering College, ma'am.
SRM Ishwari, Chennai?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. AIDS, very good.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Yuva Yumayashri, where are you from?
Yes, ma'am.
Hi,
Hi. Mm.
what do you do, ma? Are you a student? Are you a working professional? What are you doing?
I'm student in Ishwari College.
Oh, you're also a student of Ishwari College. Very good. You're also doing AIDS?
No, I'm IT.
Mm-hmm. Okay, good. And how about Vikasini?
Ma'am, I am a IT student from Ishwari Engineering College, ma'am.
Okay, okay. So you and Yuva are classmates. Hmm?
Yeah, ma'am. We are
Yes,
Very
ma'am.
okay, very good. I can see Sabari. I can see, I think Muthukumar, even Muthukumar. Okay.
Yes,
Hi,
ma'am.
Suman. Okay. Very good. So, sir, good morning, sir. Balaji, sir.
Yes, very good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, sir.
Welcome.
So, I think we'll start off, isn't it, sir? It's 10:05, so it shouldn't be, it shouldn't be stringent for you with timings later when you're getting into the
Yes, ma'am.
technical
Yes,
side. Okay,
yes,
so
ma'am.
I'll slowly begin because they have all joined on time. So I completely respect the people who have already joined, and the others they can still join in. Well, so what I'm going to do is I'll share my screen. All of you, you can signal us. You can let us know. You can, unmute and talk whenever you wish to. If there's any problem, so many more are still joining. Very good, Akshaya, MBA. Okay, very good. I'm going to share my screen, dear students and working professionals. We're going to learn to deploy an AI powered chatbot today. Okay, but before this, we go on a sequential basis on our webinar today as an orientation, followed by some learning happening with AI. All right. So, welcoming you very, very formally. I suppose you're able to all see my screen. If there's any difficulty, please stop me. This is live streamed, it's recorded for you on our YouTube channel. You can quickly scan this QR code and you can please subscribe. Like, take few seconds to do that. If you have already not subscribed, please quickly, like any case, any which case where you feel you miss out on a little bit, you want to go back, refer, this is going to be there in our repository in our YouTube channel. Kindly log in and you can please access it. Okay, all of you. I hope you would have scanned the QR, or it is very simple. You can simply log on to YouTube. Here and Now AI is the channel's name. I'm giving you about more than a minute or two on this. I'll move on. You can always do it parallelly. All right? Yes. So, learning AI with Here and Now AI, a webinar on career guidance for the AI era. I would like one of you to please volunteer to be just loud and clear to read this message for me, what is given within the box. Could I ask Sweta to do it? Sweta Jagdishwaran, are you there? Gautam has joined, okay. Or if Vishali or Vikasini would like to do it also, I'm good. I mean, any of you whoever is there and hearing me and you're active with your, in your premises where you're able to really read, please do that. Sweta or Vikasini, one of you, please. Please.
Let an ultra-intelligent machine can be defined as a machine that can far surpass all the intellectual activities of any human, however clever. Since the design of machine is one of these intellectual activities, an ultra-intelligent machine would design even better machines. There would then unquestionable be an intelligence explosion,
Mhm.
and the intelligence of human would be left far behind.
Mhm.
Thus the first ultra intelligent machine is the last invention that human need even make.
Need ever made by IG Good 1965. Okay, so this ultra intelligent machine, okay, defined as a machine itself, surpasses all the intellectual activities of any human. Okay, so this is what this machine is going to do, and that intelligence is what is going to be used, which is going to purely help us. Okay, be with us and help us, and they call it to be an explosion, the intelligence of human, which is again parted between the intelligence of a machine, or rather used also by intelligence of a machine, going multifold beyond what one human can do, and that's going to be helpful for us. So that is called an ultra intelligent machine. Okay. So today's webinar has three chapters. It's chapter 1, chapter 2, and chapter 3. Well, chapter 1, I'm going to take you through, which is AI and its opportunities. And our CTO, Chief Technical Officer, Balaji sir, will help us with the chapter 2. And we will conclude together for the chapter 3. Okay. Are you all good to go? Let's start off with AI and its opportunities. There's a short message from all of us here, part of the core team. There are a few others also part of the core team. However, we have messages from the CTO Balaji sir and myself, who is the COO. My name is VP. COO Ruchi sir also joins us to give this message to you. We are reachable on our numbers, our emails, and we are also on a physical premises at our institute here in now AI on Punamali High Road, diagonally opposite to Ampa Sky One Mall. taking you through the roadmap of Here and Now AI 2025, we have our Caramel AI feature bot. In 2026, we're looking forward to building an application exclusively by Here and Now AI. 2027, looking forward to have the VR incorporated and a prototype 1 to be released by 2028, 2029, getting the prototype 2 ready, and by 2030, having the Caramel AI fully autonomous robot professor. We also would like to name him as him or her as a probot. Okay, so this is our vision, and this is what we are working towards on a everyday basis. And these initiatives of having a webinar every Saturday with a new topic to serve all of you and to really help this new era is what we are doing. Okay, and here I have a definition on what is AI. But beyond this, if you have something, please tell me. What is AI? If I ask you, can you give me a one word or a one liner? Any of you. Don't get distracted reading that. Now tell me, one of you or few of you to give me an answer. What is AI according to you? Maybe Priya must be knowing, she must be already having an answer.
It
But
is different from human intelligence.
what than human intelligence, I heard you one. What is the starting you said, Pa?
AI is different from human intelligence. It
Okay.
depends
Doing
AI,
anything using databases?
very good. So I have Yuvan answering me and Rahman also answering. Yuvan says it is different from human intelligence, and Rahman said it uses database. Right? Did you say
Yes.
that one? What do you do, Rahman?
I'm saying 12th.
You're doing your 12th standard this year.
Yes.
Oh, which school are you from?
MVM.
MVM. Okay, at Alvarpet or Adyar, no? Okay, very good. Class 12. So it uses database. Perfect. Very good. Thank you. That's very nice. All right. Others? Any more answers? Thank you, Rahman. Thank you, Yuvan. Any more answers on what is AI? Okay, cool. Let's see what is given here. You can imagine that you have a really smart friend. Friend, obviously, friend is someone the best, right? Of course, we all love family, but friend is someone to whom you can share everything. Friend is someone who can see your dark side as well as your, the lighter side. And friend is someone who may be observing you, trying to even do something like what you do, right? Who is watching you, practicing you, and like for example, when you ride a bike or play a game. These are little examples which are given right in front of you here, okay? Artificial intelligence or AI is like giving a computer a little brain. And this computer brain learns from examples, like how Rahman told, database. Okay? There is examples given to it. It remembers some patterns and then helps solve problems or answer questions. So just as you learn from your own experiences. As a child, when we ride a bicycle, we kind of ride, we fall, we get hurt, and we learn from it. What did we do and why did we get hurt? How can we be very careful for the next ride? How do I take a turn? So many things you learn from your experiences. So similarly, AI learns from lots of data and helps us to make decisions, play games, or even understand pictures and sounds, images, videos, everything that it can do today. That is what AI is all about. Your smart friend looking at you, watching you, practicing from you, and being able to come up with the best result. Okay? Yes. So, what is the difference from the traditional programming to artificial intelligence? On your right side, you have traditional programming, which is traditionally something that happens, what has been happening over some tradition, and that we continue even today. That is what a mother is there with this child, a boy or a girl, a child, okay, who is taught to make coffee or tea, whatever. So the apparatus is given, the device is there, the ingredients are there, and the mother teaches what is to be added first, what is to be added second, how much do you put of this, of that, and everything. A step-by-step instruction is given. This is traditional programming. Child is guided to do this, and he or she learns how to make very good coffee or tea over some time, giving the practice. Right? Whereas in artificial intelligence, what happens? Ingredients are given to him. He is given the coffee also to taste on an everyday basis. Okay? Few days or few times, however you want to call it, depending on the task. Because it's coffee, it can be maybe once or thrice. Okay? Or if it's something else, a little more elaborate thing to be made, it may take more time. Accordingly, complexity of the task differs. And this child or this particular person in that role finds the step by step method. What is added first, what is added second, how much of it is added, which ingredient is put first, second, and third, and so on. And we learn how the coffee has to be prepared. You get it? This is how they are differentiated. Like I just told you, with the traditional programming, there is input of the ingredients. There are also rules listed out, and the output is what you get. That is traditional programming. In between in the rules, you'll have to try. Trial and errors can happen. Testing is happening. If this is correct or not. You know, this measure is okay to make 1 cup of coffee, or we need to change the measure to make 4 cups of coffee, and all that happens. Trial and error, learning happens, changes are brought in, etc., etc. But when it is the AI method, the output is given along with the ingredients. Input is also given. And what you get is what the AI figures out the steps to prepare the coffee is designed or understood, derived. Probably I can use that word rightly. Is derived by the AI. Do you agree with me on what I'm telling? All of you. Do you have any other points to add here? Mm-hmm. No? All right. Okay, I'll move on with what we have understood. Learning AI with here now. So AI is a very common term used today, right? It is kind of everywhere. People know it. Even in our regional languages, we use this term. So many people who don't know in English also they say what it is in Tamil or whatever the term will be in Hindi or whichever language they learn, etc. Whereas, believe me, this is started just not today. It is dates back even 40s to 50s. Shake Me was one of the robots which was created even in 1970s. Okay, so 40 to 50s itself, 1940s and 50s, it's artificial intelligence. It was making machines capable of performing an intelligent task like human beings. Okay, that is what it could do. And when it was 80s, 90s, the machine learning by 80s and 90s, machine learning also came into the era. A set of algorithms used by machines to learn from experience or and 2000s to 2010 deep learning where there is a multi-layer neural network architecture to learn representations, to learn graphics, images, and anything. 2010 and 2020 is looking forward to generative AI using deep neural networks such as transformers, for example, human language tasks, for image or audio generation, video generation, etc. Today, even video generation is possible. You must have tried it, right? Most of you. Do you want to name a few of the AI tools that you use? Let me ask Vishali, which is your favorite AI tool or the most common AI tool that you use? Vishali, Omaya,
ChatGPT.
Jasmine. Okay. Yes, ChatGPT, very much. Apart from that, do you have any more to mention?
Perplexity.
Complexity, absolutely. Okay. Naren, what do you do, Naren?
BCom third year, ma'am.
BCom third year. Which college?
SRM University, Ramapur.
SR. Okay, very good. SRM University.
Yeah, ma'am.
Very good. Okay, and what do you like to do, Naren? What are you further going to do after your
Uh,
BCom?
Work only, ma'am.
You're going to work. Okay.
Yeah.
And what do you think about AI and what is your understanding of AI?
I think AI is the future
Mm-hmm.
evolving factor. So
Okay. Mm.
AI will be ruling over the all over the industries
Is
on
it
the departments.
all departments? Is it? Okay.
Yeah.
So you as a BCom graduate, what are you planning to do?
I'm planning to do in financial sector only, ma'am.
Mm-hmm. Okay, you want to go into the finance sector.
Yeah.
Banking? Banking?
Banking or accounting. That's what.
Okay, okay, that is what you want to do. And
Yeah.
have you tried your hands on how AI can be helpful for you?
Uh, in many industry, ma'am.
Mhm. Per se, if you want to relate it to your industry, now say finance, accounts, banking, and all that, have you tried anything or do
No,
you know? Mm.
they could easy our work. Okay, they could make our work more easier than hands-on work, so that they
Okay,
could
you mean AI can make it easy for us.
yeah, because there are more relevant data which are highly specified and more
Mm.
uh, what to say number of data which is more than a crore or trillions, which can be not calculated by human brains, so that
Absolutely. Mm.
which AI could easily do within uh, 2 to 3 minutes, but
Mm-hmm.
a human can take nearly a month or a year to calculate our
Absolutely.
financial statements.
Absolutely. Yeah. But is it only calculations, Naren? Do you think it's only calculation?
And it's further more than calculation. It could entry the data on
Correct.
entries at journals,
Fine. So it doesn't
bank.
stop with calculation. It doesn't stop with entry alone also. But do you agree if I say it does a lot of predictions?
Hmm?
Looking into patterns, it can do predictions.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah, absolutely,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay. So are you doing such, I mean, are you learning in that platform? I mean, are you doing, how do I say, data analysis? Are you doing anything like that?
Uh, no, ma'am. I'm
Or
just
would you
no.
like to do?
No. I want to keen to know that how the AI works with the finance, so
You
that
are keen to know.
because the world is developing according to the AI, so
Okay.
AI will replace the human beings
Mm-hmm.
slowly.
Okay. Very good. Very good. Thank you, Naren. Really
Uh,
participative. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
And yeah, wishing you all success. Okay.
Thank you.
Very good.
Thank you.
Okay, Naren. Yes. Thank you. That was nice. And all of you are participating, getting to hear from this generation and what you're looking forward to is wonderful. What is the types of AI? Like I just told you, it's ANI, AGI, and ASI. Now, artificial narrow intelligence is what ANI stands for. Obviously, from the word narrow, you can see it is designed to perform one particular task or a specific task or a narrow down task. Okay, that is ANI. And post which it goes on to the artificial general intelligence, which is you can behave in a human-like way across all the tasks. There it is no more narrow, it is widened, it is more in a broader context. Okay, you can do more number of tasks. All right, and of course, then it goes to super intelligent. It is smarter than humans. Like how Naren just spoke, this is the stuff of sci-fi. Okay, and this is beyond what you can think. Multifold, like lightning speed of calculations and predictions and analysis and probability factors and across every. One nice thing about AI is that it doesn't restrict to only one domain or one department or one industry. It is going to help you for any industry. It is going to help you for drug research. Okay, it's going to help you in design and manufacture of automobile. It's going to help you for civil projects, okay, architectural design, computer architecture, as well as infrastructure architecture, anything and everything. So all of this, it is going to help. So whatever be your background, investing your time and money and energy into learning AI and learning data sciences, okay, mastering any of these specific skill sets or a broader, wide arena of skill sets, everything will always do good to you. Now that can be like into accounts department, into how do I say, what if you're working for the marine, what if you're working for the meteorological department. See, I'm just being open, wild, and wide, okay? I'm looking at anything possible under the roof. Hmm? So that is how the prospects are for you. You don't have to worry on, okay, I've been doing this for the past so many years. Now, how can I suddenly switch off? I'm doing BA literature, or I'm doing, BSc physics, or I'm doing BSc visual communication, whatever. All of these can still require AI into your learning and using it in your day-to-day work and projects and research and development and so on. Okay, so believe me, AI is definitely going to be it's just like a smartphone. How many can you really find not using a smartphone? It's going to be as important and as inevitable as that. Okay, I shouldn't be taking too long, however, so let me move on. What is not an AI and what is an AI? So now I'm just going to keep it very simple and open to you. Tell me which of these you know and which of these you've used, or what do you think they are? How many of you know this? How many of you don't know this? You want to explore? Any of you to volunteer and tell me. Rahman, are you familiar with any of these, Rahman? I'm sure one particular thing, yes, everyone must be knowing since at least early 2023 or mid-end 2023. Vishali, you want to answer? Vishali or Yuvan?
Ma'am,
Yes,
this
Yuvan?
what is machine learning models, ma'am? Like
What is?
AI machine learning model.
Okay, machine learning models. Again, this is also a machine learning model. ChatGPT also is a machine learning model. It's an LLM, of course, but it is also a machine learning model. It gets to learn from itself. The more the data is set, the more it learns, the more it becomes complex and more efficient. That is one example. Again, LLM is one of the examples, but there are so many more to go. Sorry about that. Yeah. So,
Can I add a
have you
sentence
tried
to?
any of the? Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Please, sir. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am. Machine learning, you can take as a small example.
Hmm.
Say, for example, if you are having three pictures, one is cat, one is dog, the other one is cow. Okay. So you just show these pictures to an AI, it reads the pattern and it will deduct like the next thing you're going to show is something, another pet animal. So it deducts what you're showing and predicts it. So this is called as machine learning. See, like the way which we are learning, right? If you're reading about learning about a topic, we'll be knowing what are the headings it is going to come under that. This similar to that, AI is also going to learn whatever we are doing, whatever we are feeding it, it predicts it, and the way it predicts is called as machine learning, I can say in a simple terms. Okay, and there is an algorithm for it. Those are all of deep thing which you have to learn, but on a simple basis we can say something. It learns the way which how we are feeding the data to it. That is called as, in simple terms, is called as a machine learning. Okay,
Okay, sir.
now we can continue.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Thank you. That is a very simple and direct explanation. Very nice. Thank you, sir. So what is not AI is your Excel, okay, like say a static a calculator, which is a static algorithm that is used. Nothing beyond that it can do. What is fed and what is given to it, only it can bring you answers on. It does calculations, whatever is fed to it, okay. But whereas Here, whatever is on your AI column, okay, on this row that you see, the UI part, the machine learning models, the self-learning systems, like the autopilot guide, what is used in the Tesla, okay, and such applications can do something beyond. See, given one particular style of calculation, it can do something relevant to that, something complex, something beyond that also. That is what is called as AI. Okay? Yes. We are going to learn further on this. Let me move on to quickly conclude to the first chapter, which is to make you understand this is a movement and it is a change. Okay? So to get here, what did we do? Hmm? Have you seen this uh, dinosaur? Any of you have seen this dinosaur? Yes? No? You can give me any answer. You've seen it,
Please,
not seen it.
no,
Huh? Not seen
no.
Rahman? No. Okay. Anyone else seen it? Abdul. Abdul also is very sincerely telling no. Thank you, Abdul. Neither have I seen. Okay. None of us have seen this dinosaur. Why? Because when we were born or when we were growing, none of these dinosaurs existed, right? What happened? They all became extinct because they were resisting to change. They could not move from that place and go look for food anywhere else. So when that forest was not able to give them the food, it did not move to any other forest or to any other landmass where it could look for food. It didn't go searching for food. It wanted food to come to its place. That was not possible, right? And what happened? It became extinct. So we all could not see this dinosaur, the animal. Only fossils were able to see it. So similarly, there are few other dinosaurs which existed earlier in the market. I am not too sure how many of you may have seen these dinosaurs. Have you seen any of these dinosaurs in a different shape? They are all organizations, okay, with a very specific name and a cause. They existed. At some point, they were ruling the industry. Hmm. Do you know any of these dinosaurs? Vikasini, Yuvan, Naren, Rahman, Abdul, you want to answer here? Deepika, Gopika, Harini, Jasmine,
Yes,
Sarvika,
ma'am.
okay. Do you know any of these dinosaurs? Firstly, you must be wondering. Blackberry. Abdul says Blackberry he knows. Very good. Blackberry was
Yes,
a
yes,
phone
ma'am.
used.
I know three of them.
You know all the three.
Yes, ma'am. I have seen it
Oh,
and I have
really?
heard
Very
about
good. You've heard of it. Very good. So why I'm referring them to dinosaurs is because they were ruling the market. The mobile market was ruled by Nokia at some point in 2000, where so many new series, like say today you see every other mobile phone coming up with a new series every third month or at least once in 6 months or year or whatever. Nokia was the one which was ruling, okay, and they went extinct. They are no more there in the industry because they were resistant to change. They were not ready to change. They did not want to move. They did not want to upgrade. They did not want to take up whichever was new. Okay? Wherein iPhone and Samsung and so many other brands were looking at evolution. They were looking forward to bringing something new. These people refused. They were restricting. And that is the reason that they could not exist in the market anymore. Kodak, similarly, they were a film roll manufacturing company and today they're into pharmaceuticals. BlackBerry was a handset used by Obama, one of the former presidents, and you can imagine how famous then it should have been, how expensive it should have been. Okay, of course, me, part of our generation, we've seen all of this, but it is rare that you may have seen. But I'm surprised Rahman has seen all of these. However, they don't exist today in the market in the same industry. They were resistant to change, and that is why they went extinct. So, who is the next dinosaur? Apple is going to be one huge other dinosaur who is ready for change and they are existing so far. They are ready to, unlike going extinct, they will move forward with newer things coming up. How do you prepare for this changing world? If I have this question in front of you, what is your answer to me? How are you going to prepare for this changing world? Tell me. Any of you have an answer to this? What is your step towards this changing world? Mm-hmm. No one to answer? Well, I have two options. Any guesses what can be the answer? One of you to tell me quickly. Anything can be a right answer. No problem. Come on, tell me. How do we prepare for this changing world? Like, for example, Naren said he's doing ecom, but he definitely is exploring. He wants to go into finance, investments, and all that, right? So that's one example. Like this, all of you, you are also looking into getting professional every day after day, every month after month. You're looking, you're towards growth and professionalism. What are you doing for this changing world? You know that there is some change happening, right? What is your step towards this? How do you think you can prepare and be ready?
Ma'am, like we have to stay advanced.
Staying advanced means what is it really? By learning and adapting to change is what Abdul is telling. Perfect. Stay advanced. Okay, Rahman. Can you precise there?
We need to update to our field.
Update. Okay. Okay, thank you. Very good. So I'm keeping it quite simple. Thank you. All of you answered. To prepare, you have two plans. Plan A, learn AI. What can be the plan B? What can be the plan B?
Updating.
Implementing.
Updating or implementing. Okay, they are huge words. You better learn AI. As simple as that. Of course, start learning and then keep upgrading, updating, and adapting, and whatever. All of these actions and adjectives and everything will fall in place. Okay. So learning AI is the first step towards this, and believe me, this is not something that people cannot do. After all, as AI is also something created by humans. It didn't evolve by itself. It's not a natural thing. It is man-made. Just that it can go beyond human intervention at some point. That is how human has made it. Okay, so you be ready for this thing. You be ready to learn AI, and you better learn AI as early that you can, the fastest you are in growth in your growth chart. Okay, thank you so much. But now I'm going to stop with giving you 5 actionable steps on this to have our first chapter to be concluded with AI and its opportunities. How do you land on your first AI or data science job? I have very clear 5 actionable steps in front of you. First one, everyone must have thought the egg came first or the chicken came first. Okay, that is what the picture is showing you. So let's the usual cycle is where you learn and then you gain experience, etc. But now I'm telling you, you break this cycle. All that you do is get the experience first. First, you get your experience and break that cycle. Okay? And this is going to help you towards your speed and your fastness, your learning process. And this is going to get you more confident towards the next step. Are all of you there? Are you all listening to me? Because these 5 steps are very important for you. If you are a student, please go ahead, learn it, and by get your experience. If you are a working professional, yes, then all the other following steps also will still play a very important role to you. So I want you to pay attention before we can get into your hands-on learning. I want you to please pay attention to see what these 5 simple steps are and how we can help you. Okay? Well, step number 2, you build a targeted portfolio. There are places where you can hold your portfolio on. To name a few, I have Kaggle, DAGShub, GitHub, and datascienceportfolio.io. So these are platforms where you can hold your portfolios. Okay, like for example, your code can be kept on A repository, it's like your camera photos, what you click on your phone, it goes and very conveniently, it is registered to your gallery, right? And that has another place also, which is your Google Drive or your cloud, whatever. If it's Apple, then you go to cloud, apart from your phone memory and space, right? Something like this is what I'm telling you. So all your codes and your programs and whatever you have done, your creations can all be added and kept very safely for your future reference in one of these repositories. So please explore them and use the best or use all the three or whichever you are convenient with. Okay, so that they can be pulled out very conveniently and used while you want to present yourself during an interview in front of the recruiter. You can just pull them out and you can show it to them. Well, this is what I have done. You can check them by yourself. Okay, so confident you can show it. Now, step number 3, market your projects and yourself. How do you market? Which is the market area where you can sell yourself? Yes, I'm telling you, I'm repeating the same term, sell yourself. How do you sell yourself? Selling your expertise. How are you impressing somebody? By presenting your profile, presenting your candidature. So be available on platforms which will have that visibility for you. Be available. See, you can be on Facebook, you can be on Instagram, Snapchat, and whatever, name it. All those uh, social media networks are good, fine. But make sure if you're heading towards professionalism, it's very important that you do create a profile on LinkedIn or Medium. Market your projects and yourself. Market yourself on places like LinkedIn or Medium. Okay, these are the really top platforms today. Make use of them, best use of them. Step 4, apply strategically. There is a buy model approach. Now, what is a buy model approach? There are two approaches. From the term buy itself, you understand, not uni, but buy. Okay, this is approach number 1, targeted method, and approach number 2 is spray and pray method. When you have a targeted method, if you're looking at that, you have your favorites for your topic choice of jobs and all that. What you do, you kind of you curate your resume and you have it very beautifully designed, your CV or your resume, whatever, your cover letter, have your projects, everything. There's a lot of effort with low volume because you have your particular choice of job. That is approach number 1, where you're targeting it only to a software engineer job, a data science analyst job, whatever. Only these two you want, you don't want anything else at all. This is one approach. Second approach is just pray and you pray. To all the others, what you do, you use a very polished or a very strong resume. You focus on volume here, at least 10 to 20 applications, 20 or more applications also per day that you apply to. Hmm? To have your applications done on so many portals, at least you play the number game. You acknowledge at least 1% for the conversion rate. There, it's absolutely a doable number. It's a predictable number. This is what science has shown. This is how it works. This is how it is proven, etc. All right. It acknowledges and it gives you at least 1% of the conversion rate as a doable thing. There you have low effort per application, but you have high volume. So let's say every 10, there is one which will come back to you. Okay. And that is the second approach. Okay. Now the step number 5, relentless interview preparation. Do you ever think anything is possible without preparation? Any one of you to tell me, no, ma'am, it's not preparation, it's something else that I did and it worked fine. Any of you to give me an answer? Vikasini, Vishali, Nareen, Devi Priya, Rahman, Abdul, Yuvan. Any of you to give me an answer? It's not preparation, but something else that helps me. Shilpa Badarini, Kausi, Krishna Kumar, Kamnan Manikandan, Latika, Lokesh. Rohini, Raghavi, Nandini, Nabitha. Very good. Nice to see so many people joined in. Do you have an answer? Apart from preparation. See, you can either tell me it's not preparation, I did something else. Or you can tell me with preparation, I did something else also, and that is risky here. Anything, whatever you tried for your exam, what you tried for your project submission, paper presentation, anything that you want to tell me. Hmm. Can you repeat the question, ma'am? Okay. I was asking, apart from preparation, what has helped you for your success to give you a good output? Anyone? Practice. Ah, okay. Practice makes a man perfect. Hmm. Very good. So practicing how you can give an interview. Prepare yourself for an interview and keep practicing every day. Do it in front of a mirror, or read and come up with methods which can make your complex tasks very simple or simplify them. Okay. Now the key ideas are you these interviews is just a start. You must pass them right and without goofing up. So what do we do here? We prepare continuously. Practicing, of course, like what Abdul said, you practice from day one of your job search. Keep practicing. Try all your, methods. Try and test them and see where it lands, which works best for you. And your focus areas can be the technical areas, behavioral areas, and how you can see your company fit. And then you remember what is important. Technical areas, to name a few I've written here, as in SQL, Python, statistics, machine learning, case studies. Okay, use resources like interview query, etc., Google, and so many other platforms which will give multiple methods that can be used for your interview preparation. Behavioralist, practice structuring answers like the STAR method. Okay, STAR method, if you know it well and good, and if you don't know it, I'm going to explain in my upcoming slides. See if you are the right company fit. Look if the company is also the suitable one for you. If you feel that no, the company is a very lethargic one, but they bring in results, yes, you are not lethargic and you are a very, very proactive person, then look for something which is also proactive like you. No harm in it. You don't have to fit yourself into a company which doesn't align with your personality traits. Look for something that will really suit your culture also. A research culture, look into that. Research about their culture, the values, the mission, the metrics before each interview. Understand who is your employer. That's very, very important, which is an age old method, which many people would have had a lot of difficulty to find out those days. But today it's on fingertips. There have been times where you would have had only books to refer to and find out each company what they've been doing. And every day there's a change in the company. And then at some point it is only a Wikipedia, the Google search. Today it is on so many AI tools and n number of pages that the company itself is having. Updates are given there. You will have your hands on. There'll be so many other channels promoting so many other companies. Correct? They promote so many big companies. Individuals promoting so many big companies like, let's say, a TCS, Infosys, or a CTS, or a Wipro. All of them are promoted by one particular individual on his channel, giving all the latest updates. So you learn and understand how you are a company fit. And then you remember employers, they hire only well rounded individuals who can solve problems and fit into the team. So these are the focus areas for you. One, you become technically sound, understand the behavioral methods of how you can approach, okay, to an interview. Example is a STAR method. See if that company is the right fit for you. See if you are a right fit for that company. And the point that you need to remember is how you're able to solve problems. And then you obviously are ready for cracking the interview, not just to take the interview. Okay, am I good to go? Can I move on beyond these 5 steps? Yes, ma'am. Thank you, Abdul. I'm taking it as a yes from all of you also, and I'm moving because yes, we are going towards chapter two very soon. Before I can conclude, let me just quickly look and give you a explanation. What is the star method? I'm sure many of you know this. And do I have anybody who doesn't know the star method? Any one of you, or few of you who don't know the star method? You don't know? Okay, Abdul, fine. We're going to discuss on this. Rahman, do you know this? How about Nareen and many others? If you don't know, you can still tell me. If you know also, you can tell me I know this. Okay, well, so what is the STAR standing for? STAR. Explain the situation so that your interviewer understands the context of your example. They do not need to know every detail. Just explain the situation, which is 20% of your work done if you're able to. Explain what happened. The scenario or the situation needs to be explained to them first. And then look into the task. Talk about the task, the problem or the challenge that you took responsibility for completing or the goal of your effort. Why did you even do this? 10% of importance to be given to the task. Okay? Telling the situation and that particular task or the problem or the challenge that you took responsibility for. A stands for action. Describe what you did personally, what you took as action to complete that particular task, what we have taken 10% for. So this is what you should talk about. 60% of when you explain your resolving, method or your solving, how you solved, etc. Okay. So complete the task to reach the goal and highlight your skills or character traits addressed in the question. That is what you need to say. What were the actions you took? How did you act towards this particular scenario given to you? That is what 60% of it takes care of. And the R finally talks the results. Explain the positive outcomes or results of your actions or efforts. Here it is important to highlight the quantifiable results. Okay, you need to tell them this much is what I did. This was what my contribution was. This is where it took me. This is exactly what we could do because we put in this effort. We could do this. Something like this is what you should be doing. Okay, so explain the positive outcomes or the results of all your efforts, and it is important to highlight how you can quantify your results, and that contributes to the test 10%. And this is the star method. Some of them have told me that I knew the SCA, ma'am, I didn't know the R. Some people have told that I didn't know the A, ma'am, I knew the SC and R. So it's a combination, and they go by and by. There is also something that we can, add on. Probably we can have it in any of our upcoming webinars or the next session that we can have. Okay, so do follow this and tell me if there is anything new that you want to add on. You feel has worked wonders. You can definitely add to this acronym and let us know during the upcoming webinar. Okay, and I hope, I'm sure I can move on. Do stop me if you want me to stop there. Okay, yes. Well, so to conclude, what are the job roles? See, I have a list of job roles here, about 15 of them here in front of you. From business analyst to data engineer, ML engineer, DL engineer, NLP engineer, then data science engineer with Python and ML, scientist, AI, senior data, applied data scientist, lead applied data scientist, etc. SQL developers, data science associate, Power BI and Tableau developers also. So these are some job roles which are going to be definitely sought after at least until the 2035. Okay, 10 years down the lane, definitely all these roles are really, really going to be in demand. You never know, after that, there can be something new coming up. There can be something complex. There can be something which is maybe even simpler. Probably what we did so many years ago, we may still have to date back to, but we don't know. But I'm sure next 5 to 10 years, all these are going to be in high demand. Okay, so prepare yourself, use that plan A, and have the STAR method ready to you to help you go towards success. And I have listed a few companies which are right in front of you from varied backgrounds, varied industries. Okay, look at them and you will understand. None of them are of the same. See, they are not all IT. Swiggy has nothing to do with IT, right? Mahindra is not an IT company. Of course, there is Mahindra Tech, but yeah, doesn't purely restrict to only IT. Paytm, okay, Amazon, Jio, and so on to name. Flipkart, they are not really the IT side of it. They are not only to do with computers. So they are all from varied industries and who are really requiring people who will be able to fit into one of these job roles. Okay, so get yourself prepared for this. You can always reach out to us. And what we do, how we stand apart from any other institution is two things. One, we simplify any complex learning. Anything that is complex is made simple and it is given to you. And second, we have our capstone projects, which we make you do to the end of the program that you learn, whatever program that you learn. If you have done already something that we have part of a module, you can let us know and we curate something for you if you wish to. If you tell us that, okay, we are a set of people, man, we are coming and we've always learned Python, so we don't want Python, but we want to go in depth and we want to go into the many other few topics which is part of data science. Of course, you can let us know and we can curate it for you or your department. Or if you feel you're just one individual, you want to come to us and tell that I'm totally a non-tech person. I don't know how I will be able to enter into AI. I'm so lost. Can you help me? Yes, we can do that. Or somebody who's already a technological person and he or she looks forward to going into only advanced technology, going into only looking at something which is beyond what you know. Of course, we have something for them also. Okay, so do explore, take your time, attend the entire webinar, and every Saturday, please keep attending. Okay, and contact us. Please do get back to us if you have any doubts and queries. We're trying a maximum to make it reachable and accessible to all of you here and all of you out there who are not able to attend the webinar today, but who would like to curiously understand what happened. Please visit our YouTube channel. It is there for you and kindly subscribe and start watching. All the previous webinars are also loaded. Okay. I will definitely repeat all this to the end as well. So all the best to you. Get prepared towards joining one of these huge organizations. Okay. To conclude, again, I have the earning potential. So a 0 to 3 years experience. Let me tell you, a realistic monthly salary can be expected between a 20K to a 40K and an annual income of 3.6 lakhs to 4.8 lakhs. This is a doable thing. Anything beyond that, yeah, good, but it's absolutely doable. Even the who knows can still get this. So why don't you put in little effort to go on up above that? Okay, yeah, there is one. 3 to 5 years, which is not even double the time period. Okay, 3 to 5 years is less than double the time period. And there I have 40 to 3 lakhs as the monthly income expected. And an annual is 4.8 lakhs to 36 lakhs. 5 to 8 years, which is again less than double the duration of what you would have, had earlier. 3 lakhs to 8.33 lakhs as a monthly INR income. And the annual goes to 36.1 crore. This is something which is maybe shocking to you, or you know it earlier, whichever. Okay, I must be wondering, really, me putting this 4 5 years of effort right now, is this going to fetch me so much? Believe me, it will fetch people so much. But again, before it can become outdated, I want you all to put in that effort and sincerity to take it up. And that is the first one to conclude with the first chapter with AI and its opportunities. Okay, so now you'll be learning to code. All right. Okay. Uh, sir?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. So I'll mute her and you can take it forward and I will come back. Okay. Thank you so
Yes.
much.
Yes. Uh, so good morning once again for everybody. So what we are going to see today is I'm straight away going to the topic. Okay. So what we are going to see is I'll just present my screen. So how to deploy an AI chatbot using Gradio and Hugging Face. This is what we are going to see today. Okay. And in our website, like that is the main thing we are going to see today. So how many of you or have already attended the past interviews, I mean past webinars? You can just type in the chat box like how many of you have already attended our past webinars, so that you know the basics of OpenAI. If not, I will go through that also in a very short span. Of course, you can see our previous videos in our YouTube. You all can hear me, right?
Yes, sir.
Yes. So how many of you have already attended? You can just give a thumbs up or something, so that I know, I can come to know, or should I start from the beginning itself, from the OpenAI basics?
Sir, tell basics. Opening.
Oh, okay. Okay. I'll start from basics. Okay. Okay. Then I think I have to share my code also. Okay. One second. So actually, this is a small program that we have made as a chatbot for our website. If you go to this website, one second. I'll share my entire screen so that you can view everything, because I'll be switching screens often. So if you go to our website, here are now a.com/VAC. You can see a website. So you can see the website, right? So here we have a small chatbot. Like if I click on here to load a chatbot, and here are the informations of our courses that we are taking. And inside this chatbot, whatever we are doing, we can have a conversation. It's loading. It depends upon our internet speed. Okay. Okay, let's go. So what we will have is a chatbot like this, in which if I ask a question about our website, like who is the CEO of Here and Now AI, if I ask, so it returns the answer, and this answer is there in this website. So it is reading from this website and giving the data for us. Say for example, if I want to ask what is our vision, say okay, like what is the vision of Here and Now AI. So it gets the information from this website and gives it. So this is what we are going to do today. Okay, and this will load little later. I'll come back to this one. So first we have to build a chatbot like this, in which we have an input interface and a chat interface. Okay, so this is what we are going to see now. So what I will do is I will just create a blank folder. I'll start from scratch so that you understand it better. So I'm just opening a new Visual Studio Code, and here what I'm going to do is rather than going here and creating a folder, I'll go to my folder. So this is a webinar. I'm just going to practice something. So I'm just creating a folder here. So you can create any folder over here. Say for example, I'm just going to give it a name as like Chatbot, and going inside this Chatbot folder, click on here. You can see it, right? If you are not able to see or if you are not able to hear, please give me some feedbacks. Okay. So here what I have to do is click on CMD to get us command prompt of that that location, and here I have to type like code space dot. If I do that, automatically the Visual Studio Code will open with the same folder. This is one method. The other method is you can also directly go and file, open folder, and go to our folder and open. That way also you can do it. So this is a very blank folder now. So here the first file I'm going to create is app.py. This is going to be the home page of our chatbot. Okay. So I think are you proficient with Python code at least? Can anyone tell? Like on a scale of 1 to 10, how much you can rate your Python skills? Can type in your box, I mean chat box. Anyone, please? Abdul? So I think you are basic. Okay. So all of you are from basics only, but no problem. You can easily understand it. It's a simple lines, like few lines of code only. You can create a chatbot very easily. Okay. The first thing, what we what you can do is you can also go and work on our previous websites also. I mean previous webinars also, where we will be explaining the basics of Python and doing this chatbot. Okay. So but here we don't have time, so I'm just going to rush up a little. Okay. So the first thing what we will be doing is we have to import a package. Package is something called package or library. It's something called which has lot of functions in it, which we will be calling it to talk with our OpenAI programs like LLMs. So do you know what is LLM? What is LLM? Okay, do you know what is ChatGPT? People, no answers. ChatGPT. Please, someone is trying to say, please. You all can hear me, right?
Sir, if question arises, it will give output as answers.
Okay. So we call it as GPT, right? What it is generating? It is generating a text, right? It's generating text. It can generate image. It can generate what else? So all these are called as like the GPT which generates text. We call them large language model because it is trained with lots and lots of language vocabularies. Okay, say for example, every word what we are pronouncing. So it has been trained with all these vocabularies. So someone asked about what is machine learning. It's an exact example of the exact example which we can give for machine learning is LLM. Here we are feeding all the vocabularies which we know, like a PhD student, what the PhD students know, or what are the informations we have in a website, what are the information we have in a book. Everything we are feeding it to a model, and the model learns like how the pattern goes on, and whenever we are asking a question, depending upon the pattern, it is giving back the answers reading by learning that pages. So this model we call it as the GPT model. We call it as large language model because it has been trained with large amounts of language in the sense like vocabularies, like what, every vocabulary, chatbot, power, AI, learn. So all these are small vocabularies it has been trained with. Okay, so that is why we call them as large language model. So to talk with the GPT, we need a
One request, sir.
function.
Excuse me,
Yes.
sir. Sir, could you please enlarge the text? Probably close the chat box, and whenever you're showing more text, no, if you can enlarge it. The VS Code screen is very small, sir.
Okay, ma'am. Okay.
Yeah, if you can do that, then you can, I think,
Yes.
I
Yes.
suppose you
Sure.
can close the chat box now. Yeah, thank you, sir. Thank you. Sorry to interrupt.
So you can hear me. You can see it clearly, right?
Yes, yes,
So
yes, yes.
this is
Perfect, sir. Thank you.
so that is what LLM is. LLM is nothing but the ChatGPT is an LLM. Similar to ChatGPT, we have Gemini, we have Llama models from Meta. Like in your WhatsApp, there will be a model, right? Whenever you're talking, something comes up to the top. It's an Llama model. So all these are models which we call them large language models. We gave that name to that because it has been trained with large amounts of language. So with that, I'm just going to show a small sample to talk with an Gemini model, how to communicate with a Gemini model and create a small chatbot. Okay, and the same chatbot you'll also deploy to a website. Okay, so to create a chatbot, the first library which we want, like the way which we want to communicate with the library, I mean, to talk with our LLM, we need some functions, and all these functions are put inside a library. So we have to import that library. So we call that as from OpenAI. So this is the library which we are going to use. So inside that library, we have a function called OpenAI. Import OpenAI. Okay, so this is the first library which we are going to use. So if normally in your systems, this OpenAI would have if you do it, it will show us an yellow color because we have not installed in it. To install in it, so just click on in this section. You'll be open. There will be opening of a terminal here. Go to terminal. So in the terminal, you can just run a command like pip install. Like before doing that, we have to create an environment so that it doesn't affect the other programs. For that, what we can do is we can either type it or we can simply go to just. So here, click on view under command palette. If I click view command palette, there will be something called as, if you type Python, there will be something called as Python create environment. So this creates a virtual environment so that when you are programming in one package, one project, and doing some other thing in other, it will not affect each other. That is why we are creating like small virtual environments. So click on create environment, and inside that we'll be having something called as Venva. Just click on that, and it will show the pythons, all the pythons which we have installed in our computer. Click on that Python, and it will create a environment like this, and we will also have a file called .venv in our project. So once that is done, it will take a few seconds. Once that is done, we have to install this OpenAI package. So it has been created now. To install the OpenAI package, we have to use a command called pip install OpenAI. Okay, so now it's showing a yellow color as I created an environment. Previously, it was using our global environment where I have installed OpenAI, but in this project, I have not yet installed. So that is why it's showing in yellow color. So what I will do is pip install OpenAI. Before doing this, I also want to add one more package also, like Gradio. That is for creating an UI interface. Gradio as GR. Don't forget about all this form syntax, everything, because all these things you can get it in our repositories. You can just go there and get it. So we want this also, this Gradio also. So what I'm going to do is put a space here and install Gradio also in this. Okay, and so it just installs all the packages. You can see here. If you're having any doubt, you can just stop in the middle and ask me. So once that is done, automatically this yellow color will go off. It takes a few seconds. Then uh, we'll be also requiring some other files also. So normally what we do is all the files which we want, we'll be creating a file called requirements, all the packages we want to install that dot text, and we'll be updating in that one, similar to the one which we used to do here. Like all these packages are required. I'm just copying it, pasting it instead of. So OpenAI we have done request. I mean, Gradio and OpenAI have done. We'll be using this also. I'll when it comes that time I'll tell you. So this is installed. Getting back to that file now. So first thing what we will be requiring is to communicate with our Gemini. We need a base URL. We need a client. We need a client in the sense like a communicator program to that Gemini. So we call it as client equal to this OpenAI we are having, right? We are using that OpenAI function, and that function requires two important parameters. There is lot of parameters that is required. So a function will take an input and give an output. The input we call it as parameters, and the output we call it as return thing. Okay, we can also call it as an argument. So the first argument we will be requiring is the base URL. So base URL is nothing but where this GPT is being run. Say for example, for ChatGPT, they will be giving a base URL. For Gemini, if I go to our Google Colab, there they will be giving a Gemini package like there will be a base URL. All these things are standard. You can just copy and paste it from things. So it is HTTPS : generative language API dot Google APS.com. And in that also we have a lot of versions. So to exact versions, I think it's better whatever we have, we can copy it and paste. So we are okay. And the second parameter we'll be requiring is an API key. The API key is nothing but this is the API link, like the way which we have lock and key for our home. We need a key to get inside our home. The same way to get into this house, this generative AI language Google APIs, we need a key, and we call that as API key. And this API key will be of like so I've given it a name as Gemini API key. And this Gemini API key is a variable which we have to save in our environment file, because we can't put our API key over in a program directly. So it is not a safe or security way. As such, it can be used by other people's. Like we can't keep our key in our front of the house and go right. The same way which we should not do it. We should keep it safely. So to keep it safely out of our program, we create a file called .env. Can be a small one, and inside that one I declare the same Gemini API key underscore API key equal to. So here we have to put our key. So to create this key, what we have to do is we have to go to our Google Drive. Okay. The first thing what we have to do is everybody would be having a Gmail account. So you can just go to our, I'm just logging into my mail ID. I don't want this account. I'll be using. It can be any account. So here, if I click here, you can go to our drive or drive.google.com. So in this, say for example, file is there, Gemini Studio is there. I can create here. I mean, you can just go to any folder, click on right click, go to more, and in that you will be seeing something called Google Collab. So you can see, right, more, right click on that folder, click on more, Google Collaboratory. So if I click on this, or you can also directly go to collab.research.google.com. So if I click on this, we'll be getting a screen like this. Inside this, you'll be seeing a small, in the left hand side, you'll be seeing a key like symbol. Click on that. And now we don't have any key in here. No secrets are saved here. So we want to create a key. For that, Gemini API keys that will be there. You can either click and add a secret, new secret and create on your own, or you can simply click here and click import key from Google A Studio. When you click that, so it generates a key for me as I'm going for the first time. It will be also like this for you also. So it has created a key here with the project name, and I can just simply import it here. So once I do that, here it will be coming here. Either you can use your own variable here, or you can leave it like that itself. And having here, it's like a password. We can see it, or you can just copy it. So I'll just copy this, come here and paste it here. Okay, so like this we can protect our key. And I'm getting back to our program. So I think up to this it's clear, right? Okay. Okay. So the next thing is we have to create a function for us to talk with the LLM. First, we have created a client. Using this client, we have to talk with the Gemini models, Gemini Flash models. So for that, what we'll be creating is we can just create a function called DEF, and any function name you can click, like, so you all can see, right? Def generate response, a prompt. A prompt is nothing but whatever the question you're going to ask, that we are going to send it to it, and it's going to be a response. So we are going to chat with this client, client.chat.completions.create, and we are specifying the model here. This create function needs two arguments. One is model, the other one is messages. So we are going to create a model, call this Gemini model, and this Gemini model we can replace it with the latest one also, like Gemini 2, Gemini 3, whatever it is, and accordingly we have to pay also. This Gemini 1.5, it's almost free for certain tokens. After that we have to pay. For learning purpose, we can use this one, that is more than enough. And we want to send our message in a format that understand by the LLM, that is understandable by the LLM. So for that, we use something called as messages, and we structure our input using this function. Say for example, role, we are the user, like we are the one who is going to ask the question. So we call it as user. And whenever similarly the answer comes from the LLM, we call it as assistant. And the exact content, the question which we are going to want, and whatever the answer it is getting, it will be saved in the response and we'll get back the answers. We can test this function by simply going here. Test this function by simply typing here the same question. We can type here like generate response and simply send a message, hello, how are you? If I do that and play it, so this will go ask our go to this API, that is Google Gemini API. It will ask a question there, whatever the question we have asked, like hello, how are you, and that will get back here and give the answers. See, it has given some error like API key is not valid. Please pass an valid API key. What happened is I've created an API key here, but I have not passed it to our app.py. So for that, we need some more small changes in here. So what we have to do is we have to import the OS, and we also import .env. So .env is not yet installed, so we have to install that, like similar to that pip install .env. Once that is done, sometimes it will take some few minutes to do. All we have to do is load .env.load.env. Once that is done, the Gemini API key, what we will be doing is we'll be changing a small thing like os dot get env, and like we are asking it to load from the env file and put it here. Okay, so that is done. Now if I again play it here, I can check whether it has got. I can check whether I'm getting the key. It says none. Just debugging it. I've made some spelling mistake, it seems. Now I got it. I made some spelling mistake in the env file. Okay, just copy it back and put it there. It is gone. So the key is coming here. Okay. Just close this. Sir? So I'm just again playing it here. I forgot the print statement. I'm not printing it. Print is nothing but whatever the input is coming, it will be directly printed in the screen. So I said, hello, how are you? It will go talk with the Gemini API and it get back the data, and see here. You can see the answer. So we have just created a small function which will go talk with our LLM, and the same way which you type in a ChatGPT, it goes back in the back end, talks with their LLM and get back and show it in your screen. Okay, so here as of now, we have just created a small function. Okay,